Hey, it's David Thomas with Orchard Hills Church and your morning devotion. Hope you're having a great start to your week. So today I'm going to talk to you about, we're going to start in Psalms 1, and we're going to read the first few verses. But this whole chapter really is very close to my heart because when we were growing up, my father, pastor of the church, Dr. Stacy Thomas, he made us, I'd say made us sounds a little strong, but helped us, I should say, to memorize this entire chapter. And it was I'm so glad that he did that, and because it really applies very, very closely to especially young persons, as they're coming up in their spiritual walk. But it's very good to remember for all walks of life, all ages, that you need to remember these principles. So let me just start reading, and we'll go through these as we progress. So it says, "Blessed is the man that walks not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits in the seat of the scornful." Now, what really is interesting about that is you might not have ever thought about this. I really didn't think about it until we went through this, around the kitchen table, as children. But my father pointed out that it's really a digression, right? It's the digression of sin. So first, what are they doing? They're walking. You're walking in the counsel of the ungodly. Then eventually you stop and you stand. You're standing in that way of sinners, right? You're becoming complacent. And eventually, what do? You sit, and you're just, you decide to stay, right? And you're in the you're in the seat of the scornful. All right. So it's that digression of sin. It's that path that sin takes. It's always a digression. It's always, sin is just going to pull you down. It's going to stop you in your walk. It's going to stop you in your spiritual progress. It's going to stop you in your blessings from Christ. Your connection with him. It's going to cause a halt in that progress in your spiritual walk. So you need to remember that, especially for the young folks. What is it really talking about? Who are you hanging out with, right? Who are you with most of the time? I mean, I love this. You've probably heard this in business, and it's talked about in motivational speaking and things like that. But you are the sum of the 5 people you hang around. It's all, a lot of times it's equated to, income and wealth and things like that. But it applies to all aspects: mindset, Christianity, spirituality, right? Who are you hanging out with? Because you will be, and I believe there's truth to that, the sum of the 5 people that you hang around with the most. So are you hanging out with people that are constantly, in the Word, living a spiritual walk? Talking about the things to come, talking about the things of God, talking about the things that are pleasing to him, that are glorifying to his name? Or are you not? And I really, you can probably figure that out pretty easy. So if you're not, it doesn't matter whether you're a teenager, in high school, in middle school, college. If you're hanging out with people that are, just bringing shame to the Christian walk, you might want to think about who you're hanging out with. You might want to elevate your peer group. If you're, mid, 40s, 50s, 60s, is the group that you're hanging out with talking about the things to come? Or are they talking about things that aren't pleasing to the Lord, that aren't edifying to him and his kingdom? You really need to think about that. All right, let's go to number 2. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and he meditates on it day and night. So what does that mean? You're meditating on the scripture day and night. We've talked about that in past sessions. You need to wake up with the spirit, with the scripture in your head. You need to go throughout your day, not just, I read my Bible in the morning, check. No, you need to go throughout your day, constant communion with Christ. Everything that happens is from him and ordained by him, right? So he's already involved. I don't care if it's you got a good spot at the grocery store, right? Or if you get a little unknown blessing in your life that day. It's all coming from him. Now, obviously, we want to be reverent, of course, of everything that we refer to with Christ, but he's in every little thing. So go throughout your day in constant communion with him. In the evening, constant communion with him. Just meditate on it day and night, and that's going to elevate your spiritual walk. All right, let's finish up with verse 3. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water that brings forth fruit in his season. His leaves or hers also shall not wither, and whatever he does shall prosper. I want to prosper. I can guarantee you probably want to prosper as well. So if you're constantly in the word, you're like a tree planted by the rivers of water. You're constantly being nourished. You're constantly producing fruit. You're not getting, those leaves aren't turning brown and crinkly and dying. You're being nourished. You're green. You're vibrant. All in the Spirit of God. All in His Scripture. That's what you want to be. So 1, who are you hanging out with? 2, are you meditating on the Scripture day and night? And 3, are you constantly plugged into that, being nourished and also bringing forth fruit from your nourishment? If you're constantly breathing in the Scripture and you're just living and breathing it, then you're going to produce that fruit in your life, and you'll be able to see that. So I hope that you take this, think about this, you really apply it to your life, and I know you'll get value from that. So if you did, please like, comment, share this with others. We appreciate you watching as always. Hope you have a great week, and we'll talk to you really soon. Take care.